Again to Roger Harrabin. What a great guy. And Roger, have a wonderful rest after your 35 years of hard labour.
For 37 years, it's been the place where good neighbours became good friends. Now, as we say goodbye to Ramsey Street, we're celebrating this Aussie institution with a right old 90s party.
Sounds of the 90s.
And catching up with Dr. Carl Kennedy.
The outpouring of grief from fans has been so big.
All soundtracked by the perfect Aussie party playlist that goes together like Scott and Charlene. Aww.
Sounds of the 90s.
A Neighbours special.
With Fern Cotton.
Saturday night from 10 on BBC Radio 2.
Can't believe that Neighbours is over. It doesn't feel right. After the news, we talk about family rows over whether a child should be christened. BBC Radio 2 smart speaker sounds app and 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 1 o'clock. This is Adam Porter. Ministers are being warned that the current package to support people with rising energy bills is not enough. Sentencing in a criminal trial in England and Wales has been broadcast for the first time. And one of the UK's most popular actors and entertainers, Bernard Cribbins, has died. Boris Johnson and the two Conservative leadership candidates, Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss, are facing calls to agree on more support to help households with soaring energy bills. The utilities consultancy BFY believes the average household may be forced to pay around £500 in January alone. The firm said its prediction reflected Russia's decision to restrict gas supplies to Europe. Martin Lewis, the founder of the Money Saving Expert website, told the BBC that the government could not just ignore the problem.
Year on year, from last October to this October, a typical house will be paying £2,300 a year more on their energy bills alone. And the package that has been put out so far to help the poorest homes who have the least financial resilience is a maximum £1,200.
Now, the
2,300 minus 1,200 is £900 extra. That is not sustainable for the poorest homes.
The owner of British Gas, Centrica, and the energy giant Shell this morning reported large profits. The Cabinet Minister, Nadine Dorries, said help for households had been provided and the situation around energy bills would be constantly reviewed.
£400 only last week hit people's bank accounts to help them with those fuel bills right now. And I am very sure that moving forward, you will see whoever it is on September the 5th, which is only a few weeks ago, whoever is the new leader of the Conservative Party and the new Prime Minister, that will be on the top of their inbox. It will be their number one priority.
England's only NHS gender clinic for children and young people, the Tavistock in London, is to close following a review. It concluded earlier this year that a new clinical model was needed. Under the new system, there'll be a clinic in London and another in Manchester. Legal history has been made with the first televised broadcast of a judge's sentencing remarks in a criminal case in England and Wales. It involved the jailing of a man who killed his grandfather. Under the new rules, broadcasters will not be allowed to film entire trials, only the sentencing of the most serious criminals. Our legal correspondent Dominic Casciani was watching this morning's broadcast of a judge sentencing the man at the Old Bailey.
Those kind of comments we take for granted when we sit in court. We see judges very, very carefully and sometimes really agonise about the evidence and about exactly what the just sentence is. And what the judiciary hope is that by broadcasting more of these cases, starting with this really historic moment today, the public will understand actually how complex this is and the steps being taken to keep the public safe.
An assault charge brought against the Sheffield United footballer Rhian Brewster has been dropped by prosecutors. The 22-year-old had been accused of stamping on a fan during a pitch invasion following a playoff semi-final defeat at Nottingham Forest in May. Boris Johnson says he's supremely confident that there will be a lasting